video on what is illegal. So what modifications are illegal now in the UK? So let's go back to the old days, to the Fast and Furious movies. Now, I'm not saying that any of this was ever legal, but obviously a lot of people wanted NOS in their car. They wanted to spray NOS out, like they say, the steam's coming out of the hood and the bonnet. Over here in the UK we say bonnet. I prefer the term hood, it just sounds better. I don't like the word bonnet. Plus I watch a lot of American TV, so that'll probably be why. So I just want to go through. So obviously NOS, I don't think was ever legal. Obviously, if you're racing, I think you was allowed it if you was racing, but only on the racetrack, not in the streets. And then obviously neon lights underneath your car, I think was legal at one point. People used to do it all the time, just for show. I'm not sure if you was ever allowed to drive around with the lights on, but you was allowed to have them. And now they don't really let you. Even if you have it on for show, if a police is there, they can actually get you done for it, which is ridiculous, because you're not doing much. I see lorries all the time with fucking lights around like the windscreen and just push you off. Or the brand new lights these days, they're so bright, you think they got their bloody main beams on, and they haven't. Talking of a copper, there's one there. So it's because it's distracting apparently, but then I think these new cars, these headlights are so bright, it just gives me a bloody migraine. I'm like, Jesus, I keep thinking that I'm gonna flash them, but I know that it's probably because they got a new car, so there's no point in me flashing them. Then as soon as they flash through, it'd be even fucking brighter, wouldn't it? So obviously, yes, neon lights, even though they were cool, I like the fact that you could, as you shut the door, it turns on, just like in Fast and Furious. Brilliant. Obviously, driving around looks really cool, but yeah, illegal. So let's talk about things that wasn't illegal, that I definitely know that wasn't illegal. And actually saying that, decats. So decats, I don't think they're legal, but what I mean is that it would fail your MOT. And I'm not sure if there was ever a time where they didn't care about emissions. It probably did, but I'm not sure. So decats I would never do, and it's shit anyway. It just makes your car sound stupidly loud, really raspy, and well, it smells. Or on eggs, as they say. So decats definitely not. Sport cats is fine, as long as they're 200 cell. 100 cell I still think might fail the MOT, so I wouldn't recommend doing 100 cell. Definitely not decats. 200 cell is fine, but for how much longer? With all these electric cars coming in and emission laws and all this sort of stuff, how much longer will they let you have the small cats? I don't know. But for now, they're still okay. But decats is the one. Also, resonators and mufflers. We used to be allowed to delete them and then literally just have a straight pipe, and that was fine. But now, because of noise pollution, they're coming down hard on you. They're even talking about doing cameras where it can hear the sound that you're doing, and if it's going over, you can basically get done for it. Just like a speed ticket, if you're going too fast it flashes, but if you're too noisy, you get done. So we've got to be careful. And even when they do MOTs, they check as well to make sure that it's not too noisy. I think it's anything over 74 decibels is the one that basically you just fail it. It's not illegal as such. I mean, if it's too loud and the police are behind you, they can get you done for it. So yes, you're not really allowed to do a straight pipe no more. You're allowed to delete one or the other. So when you do your MOTs over in the UK, they need to see that there's at least one resonator or muffler somewhere. So if you want to get straight pipes and you do your back box and it's just a muffler delete, you need to have your centre res. If you want to get the res cut off on the centre because you want it louder or raspier, you need to have your back boxes. It doesn't have to be stock, just small. It needs to be a back box there. Nothing, just not pipes. If it's just pipes, then that's it. So you're not allowed to do that no more. Again, how long for? I don't know. So with that being said, because it's now illegal over here to try and modify your exhaust to be to make it loud. Obviously, if your car's stock and it's loud, like a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, they're just loud naturally. Or motorbikes are fucking loud. Harley Davidsons, they're loud. They can't get you done for it because it's all stock. They're the only ones that can get away with it. But I'm not sure if they even go over the 74 mark. I don't think so. They might do, I don't know. If they do, it's definitely because they've been modified in some way. So yes, you're not allowed to do that no more. So you're not allowed to do long tube headers, which is what I was going to do originally. And then I found out that you're not allowed to move your cats like back away from the engine. So if you move them away from the engine, it makes this like cats don't really work as well because you're moving it away from something hot. So like the further away it goes, it's basically cooler and you can't get the cats hot enough and it won't pass the MOT. And if they look and they see that you've messed around with it and put long tube headers on, they'll foul you. So now that's illegal. Short tube headers is still okay. So that's the only one you can do, but would I recommend doing them? Probably not. It makes the car sound a bit raspy anyway, and I'm trying to get rid of that sound anyway. So yes, you're not allowed to do them no more. Now, let's get on to something that I was going to do on Dyno Day. So I was going to do, obviously, like, if you've been watching my videos, I'm doing the Stage 2 tune, like a dyno tune. And I was going to do the pop and bang map, because I've never done one. And, Jesus Christ, that car just nearly hit into that other car. It just went, whoop, swerved out of the way. So, pop and bang map, I thought would be cool, but I was looking into it, and one is it's excessive. It's really loud, obnoxious. It sounds like a fucking machine gun going off. I've had people behind me that done it. It's okay, but as soon as they pull up to the side, and I'm just there with my window down, and they go bang, it actually hurts. You can feel it going through your body. It's so loud, it just shoots you up. I was literally like the scariest thing. I was just there. I was like, I seen someone drive a Lamborghini Aventador. He was actually driving it, and he knew that they had like an exhaust put on. And as they were doing it, he literally couldn't stop like jumping. And he knows that he's got the exhaust, and he knows when it's going to bang, but he's still jumping out of his skin because it's so fucking loud. So I asked about it, and they said, yeah, it doesn't ruin it or anything. If you've got like D-cats, it's fine. If you've got small cats, it's still fine. And then I asked again about it, and I said, I'm not sure if I want it. And this girl answered, and she's actually honest. She said, yes, it can ruin it, and because it just like fucks it up like on the inside, and it's spraying like unburnt fuel through it, which means that your miles per gallon is going to be worse. And on this car, it's worse anyway. It's like 14 miles to the gallon as it is. So with like that going off, I'll probably only get about 8 miles to the gallon, if that. So that's one downside. Plus it kicks out flames as well, which isn't good for your exhaust. It says that kicking out flames for your exhaust can actually ruin your exhaust. And I've spent a fucking lot of money on my exhaust. I don't really want to have to buy a new one, or get another custom job done, or spend money on sport cats, which were like £1,500 or £1,600 that I spent on it. So yes, I've decided I'm not going to do it. And plus, I found out it is illegal. If a copper is behind you and they hear it going off, they can get you done. You get a big fine. You can even get your car like impounded, which I think is a bit excessive. Maybe if it was your first time, fair enough, you get a warning, but if you keep doing it, they might do. So noise pollution, you know, people are moaning. So, with that being said, you can also fail your MOT, which I thought was odd. I didn't realise that MOTs, that they would rev it up so high that it will do it. So perhaps they do, perhaps they, I don't know what an MOT is, you know, like, I know what it is, but I just don't know if they rev up the cars to certain RPMs. I don't know if they even like get a device to hear how loud your car is. But apparently on the internet it says if it's above a certain decibel, they can fail you. So they must have to listen to it to see, unless they just have a device around, and then as soon as like a nice car comes in and they know that it's loud, and then they get the device, maybe, I don't know if they do or not. Perhaps they can't be asked anyway, I don't really know. So yes, you can fail your MOT due to it because they have to rev it up. I presume they have to rev it up, I'm not sure, but apparently if they hear it do the pop and bang map, then you can fail your MOT. So that's another downside to it. The only good thing is, if you can get a pop and bang map that you can change like on and off, on this car for some reason, I know you can on the Nissan GT-R, you can go through your maps, so you can turn it off, so like not to work, so you can sort of hide it. But on this car, I said, can you like do that? They said no, it's just on there and then not on there. I mean, I don't know if that's because it's the car that it is, or because they don't know how to do it, I don't know. But yeah, so there are some of the illegal things. So I've nearly done the illegal one. I was going to do the pop and bang map, and I was going to do the long tube headers, so it's a good thing I've sort of read up about it. So I'm telling you guys, if you've got a Maserati or a car that you want to modify, don't do all that. Don't do decats, and don't do long tube headers, and don't do pop and bangs, and definitely don't have neon lights on either. But the number one thing I'll say don't ever have, because you'll just get put in prison, would be to have NOS. Because I have known people to put NOS in their car on the streets, and they did get caught, and they got a very, very hefty fine for it. So just be careful. So hope you enjoyed this little video on what is illegal in the UK. Not sure about America, it might be the same, I don't know. But in the UK, that's the law, and that's what we have to go by. It sucks, but rules are rules, and that's just the way that it all works. And that's just the law now, I'm afraid. Until we get these electric cars, they're all coming down harder on us. You know, not allowed a noisy exhaust, not allowed to have pop and bangs, not allowed to look cool with your neon lights, not allowed to do this, do that. It's all getting a bit shit. If you're a petrol head, it's coming to an end of an era. They're all going to have bloody electric cars, and then don't even hear the exhaust, and then it's just going to be shit. So enjoy it while it lasts. That's what I'm doing. That's why I thought I need to get a V8 before I had to get an electric car. So just enjoy it, yeah, just modify it, but make sure that you're doing it legally and not illegally. So I'll catch you for the next one. See you then.